Mhm.
So would you start?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to start. Thank you, Tony. Um, Again, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this webinar on SBDC Digital Marketing Training Series. This is our fourth section of a six-part series, and the next section will be held on March 4th. So that's next Thursday. And the last section, part six, will be held the Thursday after that. This training series is presented by the New York SBDC at York College in collaboration with the York College Business and Economics Department. York College SBDC will provide hands-on assistance, training, and counseling to small businesses in starting and growing their digital presence. My name is Brian Young, and I am a business advisor with the York College SBDC. Today, you will hear from our presenter about how to get your website primed and ready for sales. If you have any question, type it into the question box on your control panel, or if you have a working microphone, or you dial in, raise your hand by clicking on the hand icon on your control panel, and we can unmute you. And today's program is being recorded, and it will be available in a few days. I am hoping that you will come away from this webinar ready to get started with how to set up your website for e-commerce success. Our presenter tonight is Tony Coleman Brown. Ms. Brown has an impressive record of working with Queens business owners. Ms. Brown has a lot of experience in training and capacity building for women and minority businesses. Welcome, Tony.
Thank you so much, Brian. Welcome, everyone. It's good to see you here. And I am just going to fire up my presentation for tonight. Hopefully, you guys can see it. And let's see. Okay. All right. So tonight, we're going to talk about how to get your websites primed and ready for sales. So here's what we're going to learn. And I mean, I love talking about, websites and the whole customer journey and what people think when they first come to a website. But tonight, what we're going to do is we're going to learn about 10 strategies and tactics that you could put in right away that can transform your current and existing website. Now, a lot of these changes that I'm going to talk about tonight, you can implement them in probably 7 days or less. And we're going to look at some of your websites as well, because one of the things, if you've learned about me, is that I really and truly, I love to pretty much, I love to train live. I also love to go right into action with folks. And I love to be able to do real live in-person coaching so that you can get a real benefit right away. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do some analysis of some websites, and hopefully we can analyze some of yours and give you some suggested changes. Okay, so I always do this for those of you who know me, those of you who may not. I'm a mother, I am a wife, I'm an author, a coach, and a friend. I'm also a master lead generator and trainer. And I've been doing these workshops with the Small Business Development Center for the past 4 weeks now. I'm totally excited about it. I'm also the founder of the Network for Women in Business, which launched in 2012. I used to be a marketing director for Bookspan. I worked for the Port Authority, New York City Transit. Also, I have a background in finance and creative writing. I got my master's from City College, and I'm also a certified professional coach. Now, my why, you guys probably know my kids by now, some of you. Why I do everything I do is primarily for my two beautiful daughters, Taylor and Sasha. They're like the light of my life. So let's get right into it, guys. Let's talk about, some of the problems that I hear a lot of you talk about when it comes down to your websites. Most of you always say that, people come to my website, but they don't buy. I get a lot of visitors, but I don't get a lot of sales, or I don't get a lot of leads, right? And a lot of websites I've found pretty much they're busy, they have a lot of content, and when people first get there, what tends to happen is their eyes go all over the place. And what happens when people start consuming a lot of stuff is they end up getting distracted. So what happens is they can't focus on one thing because they're busy looking at all of the other things that are going on the website. And so they spend a lot of time in what I like to call analysis paralysis. And so what ends up happening is they leave and go away. And then what I've also found that a lot of entrepreneurs do with their websites is they throw everything that they have to offer right up front all at once. And people get like just so confused. They're like, okay, well, I came here for this, but then they have all of these other things and people get overwhelmed. And the other thing that I found with a lot of websites is that people do not have pages that are very optimized. So the pages really, don't generate a lot of traffic. But tonight, what's going to happen is we're going to solve a lot of these problems. We're going to show you how you can really narrow down and focus with one simple trick that you can do that will actually help improve your website sales. And that is, instead of really bringing people into your house, into your stores, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about building a doorway. And that's what I like to call it. And that is a sales page. Because when you build a sales page that allows people to understand who you are, what you have to offer before you bring them into the shop and into your e-commerce store, that really gives visitors an opportunity to know, like, and trust you. And when people know, like, and trust you, then they're more willing to pull out their credit cards and generate a sale for you. So now, these are some doors, right? And I want you to imagine that these are the entryways to your websites, right? So when you go to some people's websites, some people have, really country style doors. Some people have more older style doors that are more gothic. Some people's websites just reflect different things. But you see, for a lot of these people, a lot of these doors, think of them as the doorway, the entryway to your website. You see, the problem with most people's websites is that they show them everything. And what I want you to understand from this particular picture is, when you show people everything on your website, it's almost like leaving your front door open or building a house without a front door. Do you guys like these front doors? These are nice. Tell me in the chat which ones you like. But anyway, we're going to move on.
Oh, they're all pretty. Oh my God. The brown one for me, the one with the black door for sure. The only one I don't like is the brown door with the lanterns on the side.
This one?
That one and the one to the left, those two. Yeah, those two I don't care for, right? But give me all the other three.
Give you all the other three. Awesome. Yeah. Awesome, Winnie. That's awesome. And that's how you have to really think of your sales page and designing a sales page. It's almost like you're creating a front door to your website. So you're really, giving people an impression before you're truly inviting them in. And that's really the key, because when people come to websites and they have like all of that stuff in front of it, it's like, people just don't really know what to do, right? They don't really know where to go, and they don't really know, like, where should my eyes go? I came here for one thing, but now I see all of these other things, and I don't know what I should do right now. Should I stay? Should I leave? What should I do? So what I'm doing right now is we have some other people joining us, and I'm pulling them into the room. So when you create like this front door, guys, you have to start thinking about, what does this say about me, and what should I say so that I can prime people and get ready to convert them into a sale. Now, most of us are in business because we want to solve a problem. A lot of people want to be able to solve the problem of, people are looking for vegan food, so you create vegan foods. Some people are looking for people to do their taxes. So some people are looking for services. Some people are looking for business coaches to help them increase their sales. So when you create your sales page, what you want to do is you want to be able to convey exactly what you offer in a simple yet uncluttered and straight to the point fashion, okay? And this is what's going to help you to convert your sales. And I'll tell you what that should be. First and foremost, I said I was going to give you 10 strategies and 10 things that you can do right now. And then I also said we're going to go and do some live previews of websites, and you guys are going to enter your websites in the chat, and we're going to review your websites as well. And then you'll be able to get live feedback with regards to what people think and feel about your site, okay? So the first thing you want to do is simplify your message on your website. A lot of times, especially when people are business coaches, what tends to happen is, you're a business coach, you may have a whole bunch of different packages that you offer, or you have a whole bunch of different services that you offer. So when people come to your website, you try to put all of that stuff in there. So you have, I do nails, I do hair, I braid or whatever. And then, people are like, okay, well, I don't know what, I'm here for. I came here for one thing, but now I see all of these different things. And this is what happens a lot when people are in the home-based business industry. So for example, if you're a representative with like Total Life Changes, and they have 1,000,001 different products. They have, vitamin, they have weight loss, they have coffee, and all of these different products. And then when you go to the company sponsored website, you see all of these different things, and you don't really know what you want, because you thought you came for one thing, and then you see all of these different things. Now, before I go any further, let me just say this. Because if you have participated in any of the other classes that we had, you know that there are some websites that are authority websites where people go with their credit card in hand and they're ready to buy, right? And those authority websites are websites like Macy's, websites like Amazon. I don't know anybody that doesn't go to Amazon without having an intent to buy. Every time I go to Amazon, I know exactly what I'm looking for, and I have an intent to buy it when I find it. Now, I might have to search a little bit to see like, okay, well, which person may be offering it at the best price, or what person may be offering a different kind of brand. Well, which brand has the best comments? Because if I'm looking for something, I want to know that it really works, right? So Amazon is one, Macy's is one, Walmart is one, eBay is one, These are authority websites where when people go there, like when you go to Best Buy, for the most part, you may be searching for a camera or you may be searching for a new laptop. You go to Best Buy, you search, right? Okay, I'm going to go look in computers, or I'm going to go look in cameras, or I'm going to go look in TVs. You know exactly what you're looking for, and you're either going to buy it and then go pick it up at the store, or you're going to head over to the store, see if they have it in stock. You may call them and have them hold it for you, but you go there with an intent to buy. Most people come to our websites without that buying intent. So if you don't have a clear message, let me tell you what happens psychologically. Psychologically, you're making them think, right? And if making people think, you know what happens? Okay, now they start burning calories. Seriously, people think that, like, oh, you're just sitting there thinking all day, you're not really doing anything, but you can look it up. When you're thinking, you're really burning calories. So right now, so people get, they're like, oh my God, now I have to think about what I want, and they're burning calories. They really didn't have a buying intent in the first place. The message is not clear, so they will go away. So you need to have a clear message. So, if you are selling, coaching, or, you want to know who you help, maybe you help entrepreneurs, maybe you help people lose weight, maybe you help a specific, target audience. You need to have a clear message right from the start with a big, fat, juicy headline that tells people exactly what you do, exactly how you do it, and then very quickly show them how they can get involved with you. Because really and truly, you only have 3 seconds to pull them in. Because most people go to a website and they say they're 3 seconds before they move on. So you only have 3 seconds. So you want to capture their attention, right? And like I said, it starts with a great headline, right? You want to be able to explain to people exactly what you do and exactly who you help. So, for example, I help, you want to insert the person. 2, you want to insert the specific results by whatever your solution is, right? So I could say something like, we help female entrepreneurs to grow their business using the Educate to Elevate method. That could be your unique selling proposition that you're including in there. But you want to make sure that you include what you do and who you help and how you help them. So this is a simple formula that you can use to create a headline for your website so that when people land there, they know right away what you do and who you are. Now, this is an example of my website. And this is not the new one, this is the older one. And I say, we help female entrepreneurs to grow their business. Get started with this free guide, 50 ways to grow your business on social media by the founder. And then boom, right away, like this is the first thing they see when they come there. And then right away, they can download the free guide and they can, now that's a lead that I can generally follow up with to convert into a sale. So you want to immediately have a call to action right away, right up front. And a call to action doesn't have to be free. If you really want to get like clients and you sell high ticket coaching, you could say, book your free discovery call with me today. Or if you're somebody that is selling a product and you have, you want to have your best selling products showing right up front, like what most people know you for, right? And if you sell cakes and, and you're known for like out there, that vegan carrot cake, it's just like we make the best vegan products to keep you healthy. Try our #1 best-selling vegan carrot cake, and you have it, boom, right up there in the front, so that when people come, they're like, okay, well, yeah, I came here for healthy stuff. This is a bestseller. Oh, I definitely want that. So you don't want to give them too many things to think about. You want to make sure it's clear and it's also up front. You also want to make sure that you use subtitles. Now, you guys have seen sales pages that are super, super long and they frustrate the heck out of you because you're just scrolling, 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 scrolling. Have you guys seen that before? Seen those websites where people, it's just like, and you're like, why do they have all of this copy here? Because you don't necessarily really want to be bothered with all of that copy. But believe it or not, if you have a lot of copy on your website in the upfront, but you have these big headlines and these big subtitles in the middle, while people are scrolling, 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 you know what they're getting? They're getting the messages that those subtitles deliver. So your subtitles are really going to deliver sales, those sales scripts, those key selling points. So you want to make sure that you have those in your page and that they're big and bold and scannable so that when people are scanning through, those big headlines and subtitles and stuff pop when they're scanning through your pages. That will help them to convert as well, because those scannable subtitles and headlines, that's what people read. So you want to make sure that they say what you want them to say and that it makes sense. And here's the other thing you want to make sure that you have. You want to have an opt-in, because if people don't buy right away, which we already know that 97% of the people that come to your website do not have buying intent. So you want to basically have some type of opt-in form on your website so that you can generate a lead and then come back and sell to them through your email marketing campaigns, okay? And so here's the example of that. Like I showed you this page before, and I showed you this big, huge call to action. That is an example of that. So when people come to the website, if they're not ready to buy, then they're going to download the free guide. If they're not ready to become a member or a membership is closed, they can still download the free guide. And then you see how I have it here, and I also have the free guide right here. It's important that this space right here is the most important space on your website, because this is the above the feed. So basically, this is everything that people will see above, the line when on their screen. So when they scroll down, they'll see the rest. You don't want to keep your best copy all the way down at the bottom. And having something that they can get for free up here on the top right is important, because this space over here on the top right of your website, as well as this space here, your header space, is the most important real estate on your website. Most people's eyes, when they go to websites, immediately go to the right. So what you have over here is going to be really important. And what you have in the header section is also going to be very important, because that's going to tell people, hey, I've come here and I've reached the right place. You know what? Guess what? I came here to get help. I'm a female entrepreneur. She says that's what she does. So guess what? I'm at the right place. So I'll scroll down a little bit more to even make sure that I'm at the right place. And that's when you want to do this. You want to introduce yourself, okay? Because a lot of people, and I tell people this a lot, because a lot of people have an About Me page. And on the About Me page, they have it as a tab in their navigation bar at the top. But you should have a small portion of the About Me section from your website on the home page. You should have it up front so that people see that you're a real person. You want to introduce yourself. You want to show yourself as you're approved. You're approved in the topic. You're approved in, the area of your area of expertise, whether it's, producing a product or delivering on a service, whatever. You want to make sure that you show yourself approved. And one of the best ways to deliver this type of information, believe it or not, is You know, you could do it with a high resolution photo of yourself where you talk about your experience, you talk about the success you've had, you talked about the high profile clients you work with, you talk about your degrees or media appearances. You can do all of that. But you know, the best way for you to do that is with a video. You know, where you create all of the things that you want to say to people when they visit your website. Think about it. You know, a video speaking directly to your customers is your opportunity to really sell yourself and sell your business. And there is nothing better than having a video to be able to really have that direct conversation with the people that come to your website. You know, say, hi, hi, my name is Tony. I'm so glad that you made it to this website. Here at the Network for Women in Business, we blah, 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 and you want to just be able to, pull people in. Or you can say, are you someone who struggled to market and promote your business? Do you find yourself posting and posting and posting on Facebook and Instagram and nothing's happening? Or people are coming to your website and nobody is buying? Well, my name is Tony Coleman Brown, and I'm with the Network for Women in Business. And what we do is we help you overcome all of the issues that you have with your website, So it's your opportunity to be able to have a direct conversation with the people who come to your website. And there is no person better to close someone than you. And there's no better way to do that than with video. Okay, so if you guys don't have a video set up for your business, I definitely want you guys to do that. But definitely move a portion of your About Me section to that front page, that sales page, because that's important. All right. And the fifth way you can help get your website ready for sales is with testimonies. Testimonies are amazing because you know what? When people go to Amazon and they go to buy a product, you know what they look at? They look at the reviews. And if the reviews have pictures of befores and after, I literally did something like that today. I was looking for a particular product, a solution, and I went to Amazon and I saw a before and after, and I said, oh, wow, this really works. I'm going to buy it. So testimonies really help close the deal. And what I love about testimonies, and when you add them to your website, it's almost like having your clients speak on your behalf. And there's nothing like having people talk for you. So let's go to Althea's vegan carrot cakes. Like say somebody had her vegan carrot cakes, and here's the other cool part too. Like if you don't have it now, don't worry about it. But once we kind of open up again and people start moving around and coming and picking up things, capture it, pull out your cell phone, pull out your iPhone, and have them give you a video testimony from your iPhone or your smartphone. And then use that testimony on your website. And then, there's nothing more powerful than somebody saying, oh my God, guys, I had this vegan carrot cake and you have got to have it. You have got to have it. Make sure you buy it. When people, see those types of things on your website, and they're like, oh my God, everybody is saying it's amazing. It must be amazing. I gotta have it. And they could have come there for something else. But because everybody is talking about and raving about the vegan carrot cake, then now they want to get that vegan carrot cake. So you want to have testimonies on your website. You need other people to speak on your behalf. Let your customers speak on your behalf. They can sell you better than you. As a matter of fact, a video from your customer is even almost just as powerful, if not more powerful, than you having that video yourself speaking to your customers. Because, who doesn't love a great testimony? So here's a testimony that I have on my website about somebody who took a class with me. She talked about how her Facebook fans increased from 176 to 3,500. She also talked about how she didn't have any emails from her Facebook and Twitter fans, but 3 weeks later, she has 75 emails and she's starting to get inquiries about her greeting cards. She said, Ms. Coleman Brown said her mission is to empower women to grow their business. Well, in my case, her mission was accomplished. Cheers. So these are the types of things that you want to have on your website, because when other people say it, that's totally different than when you say it. And it's 10 times more powerful. So you want to make sure that you do that. And then number 6, you want to address your ideal customer's core problems and frustrations. You know, I cannot overstate enough how you want to speak to the problems of your ideal clients. You know, maybe they have struggled with their, you know, if you're a tax preparer, and maybe they've struggled with their taxes in the past. You know, you can have something like, hey, you tried to do your taxes on your own and now the IRS is down your back. Well, maybe you might want to consider having a tax professional, you know, do your taxes this year. And then, you know, just you know, bring up another problem. You know, are you tired of keeping all of those receipts in a shoebox? Don't have everything organized? Well, maybe you might want to get my bookkeeping services. And the next time you go to do your taxes, everything will be organized, in place, and ready to go. You know, so you want to really understand what are some of the key pain points of your ideal customers. You know, oftentimes, you know, with Althea, with her healthy foods, it's, you know, you can speak to a lot of things, you know, like the foods you eating slowing you down, keeping you lethargic, you don't have a lot of energy, you can't make it through the day, then maybe it's time for you to become vegan. Or she can say something like, you know, a typical diet, you know, the typical American diet is called the Standard American Diet. And you know what that's an acronym for? SAD. And let me tell you why it's sad. You know what I mean? And you can go into all of that stuff. And let me tell you why you should go vegan or eat healthier foods. And then you can talk about some of the solutions that your product or your service solves. So I hope that makes sense for you guys and that you can think about some of the particular problems that your business can solve and what are some of the frustrations. So what I would love to kind of, you know, pause and hear from you. So I'm going to stop the screen share for a minute so we can engage with each other. And I want to ask the question, you know, what are some of the problems that your customers have that your product or your service solves? What are some of the problems? Hi, Miss Sonia, how are you? So what are some of the problems that your business, come on, don't be shy. You guys are being shy now?
Oh, I don't think we're shy.
Hey, come on, Sonia, talk to me.
Well, actually, my business is fairly young. Well, young in the sense that it's like out there now. It was like a kitchen table business because I do rum cake. That's black Jamaican cake.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and then I was invited to this summit by Miss Ali.
Mm-hmm.
Right, because I work at the Queen's AOC. So
Yes.
I really don't have an issue because this is how my cakes go when I do them. They just go. And
well, see, and here's the problem that you solve, right? I'll tell you. Who knows how to make a good rum cake? Not that many people, right? Not that many people.
That's
but how many people crave oftentimes for that good old-fashioned rum cake that was made like your mother used to make it, and I mean like back home. I mean, You know, it's like that real down home rum cake. I mean, you know, like, yeah, listen, you think about a good rum cake, you know, and it doesn't have to be Christmas or whatever. You know, you want rum cake from time to time, good
Right.
old fashioned down home. It's like you miss it, you're craving it. So
Yes.
really what the solution to the problem is, you're finding people are craving it, but they can't make it.
No,
And it takes a long time,
it does.
right? It
It
takes a
does.
long time. So guess what? Why put in all the work? It's just like, honey, to make this rum cake, it's gonna take you a good number of weeks, right? Because you gotta soak up the fruit and everything, right?
From this Christmas for the next Christmas.
Okay, all right. So guess what? So the deal is, we don't want you doing that. You come to me because my business will solve the problem of you not having to do that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So Rashari is saying when people are shopping, now you can get a get a personal stylist to help you put together the perfect outfit as you shop. That's the truth. Because a lot of times, you know, yeah, I'm one of those people that I would say that could be a little bit challenged when it comes down to outfits, you know, and
Right.
putting things together. I could definitely use a good personal stylist to help me put some of my outfits together. So that is a problem. Some people can't, you know, some people have an eye for putting things together that just make you look amazing when you step out. And so if that's not your gift, then you will hire a personal stylist to do that. So, Julia, you wanted to say something? Anybody wants to talk about what problems their business solve?
I just thought about something. She made me think about a problem that my business solves for people.
Okay, what is it?
Damn, what is it? And then I thought about it. I said, when people are shopping, now you can get a personal stylist to help you put the perfect outfit together as you shop.
That's right.
Shopping, I can have a thing on there where they can chat with me with what their choices are, you know, or what they have in their
We
shop.
can hardly hear you. Can you
And I
speak
can
up a little
put the
bit?
outfit together, or maybe there might be some things that they didn't.
Some things they didn't think about, right?
Me?
Yeah. Yeah, we're having a hard time hearing you, but I understand exactly what you're saying, and that's absolutely right. I mean, some people are just challenged when it comes down to that. Some people are challenged when it comes down to designing and putting their homes together. Some people are just challenged with a lot of that stuff, and you have to know what problem your business solves. What problem does your business solve, Vera?
Well, we solved a few problems. This is
Okay,
why
let's
I was
pick
waiting a
one.
little later. I was listening and waiting a little later. When you go to our website, and I know I'm working on a sales, landing page. I'm working on that because we discussed this before.
Right,
And we have an array of products.
right.
Okay. So we solve specific skincare problems that you need. Like we don't have one cleanser.
Right.
No, oily dry combination. We are a skincare.
Mm-hmm.
We're estheticians. We don't have one thing that solves everything. And as far as the foundations are concerned, we make sure it's light, fragrance free, and it makes you look like you. So we're trying to solve the problem. We're solving the problem that people that want to look like themselves and not be red, oily, greasy. They give them a more natural look. And if they
Well,
want to be
see,
comfortable, they can.
that is amazing. And like think about when Rihanna came on the scene, right? With her Fenty line, Fenty Cosmetics.
Mhm.
Rihanna didn't, talk about, the lip balm or any of that other stuff. All she talked about was the foundation.
Yeah.
That was it. When you got there, you noticed everything else, and you're like, okay, yeah, I want that too. But all she led with was that signature product, that foundation. And all she said was, you know what? We have it for every skin type. You will find something to match your skin, right? And so, like, imagine if you just think about what's her name, that little girl, Kylie Jenner, right?
Mhm.
Kylie Jenner did one thing. Oh my God, one thing. And I mean, and who, only in America can somebody get lip fillers and then turn around and become a billionaire off of lipstick, right? And I mean, one thing, she just went out with one thing, her lip kits. That was it. And I mean, and I'm sure now she has 1,000,001 other different things, but you zone in on that. Like even with Carol's daughter, when Carol's daughter originally came out, the only thing we knew about were the scrubs. That's what everybody wanted, her scrub. That was it, right? The scrubs were amazing. Then all of a sudden it's like all of these other products, but we really didn't know about all of those different things. It was just that one thing. So you can, it's like you have to find that one signature product that you can pull out and be the leader. And, like, it's like it can lead the pack. It's almost like, when you go into like Forever 21 or what's the name of that store, like Marshall's or any one of those stores, and you go there for that one thing. Right? You're going there because you want to get maybe a pillow or something. You go, you get your pillow, and then you get on the line. And then all of these other things are there for you to, like pick and grab, and people will buy that stuff. But here's the thing. It's like you got to lead with one thing. Because if you lead with too much, people are going to get confused. So, it's good to be known for the one thing, right? Everybody, you may have 1,000,001 other things, but just like Amazon has 1,000,001 different products. But most of us really, when we think about Amazon, the first thing that comes to mind is books.
Amen.
That's signature thing.
That's who gets my money. Oh my God.
Right, books.
And I agree with you. And we are known for our foundations because they're not heavy, they're not greasy, they're not oily. They don't make pitch black women look like they're gray. And those darker skinned women, you know what I'm talking about. And we're known for that. But we're also known for our skincare. So we are known, those are because we even have, we even say skincare is the foundation, makeup is an accessory. But we are known for our foundations and our pressed powders because they're very natural.
Right. And the skincare, I mean, and the skincare is like, I really totally see you guys doing a big, huge campaign for skincare and anti-aging because, and you being the face of that. I mean, and because at the end of the day, I mean, you look amazing.
Yeah,
and I believe, you look amazing and you could be you could be the face of that. Like I could totally see one complete sales page that really focuses on your face and that product and really talking about anti-aging, and then you doing a big major campaign around that and getting interviews and all of that stuff around that. I could see big
it
things.
will fly. That's for sure. I second that, Tony.
Second
Are you aging me, Tony, by saying I'm just joking.
No.
Joke.
I'm just saying that it's proof in the products, honey.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's like you're not trying to sell anything that isn't true, that doesn't work. Yes, I could see that. So getting back to the presentation, you guys are being a little shy and quiet tonight, but that's all right because I do believe and feel that you're getting it. You definitely have to know your ideal client's pain points and really talk about them on the site and talk about how you solve them, right? And the number 7 is really introducing your solution. And you want to make sure you talk about the benefits. Talk about how your service or product is going to change your potential customers' lives. You want to give them a picture of what their life will be like once they do business with you. You know, you want to just really make sure that your website is giving all of those details of the major benefits of your products or service. And then you also want to make sure that you're doing a call to action. And, you know, that's really making an offer. You want to ask people for the sale. A lot of times people have their websites and they never really ask people for the sale. You know, they just have the stuff there, you know, kind of like a listing on Amazon, but you're not really asking them to buy or asking them to take some type of action. They're either going to buy or they're going to become a lead, either or. So like in Vera's case, you know, I would definitely, you know, I would be the face of the product. I would talk about the product, how to use the product, and I would definitely give the benefits of the product and tell them why they need it now and talk about the special ingredients in this particular product that no other product has. And then the other thing that I would do is I would say, buy this product now. And then, you know, you can add all types of other things to make it worth their while to buy it now. And one of the things you can do is you can give frequently asked questions. You know, people who bought this product wanted to know, how do they use it? Do they put it on in the morning and in the afternoon, or do they only put it on, you know, when they go to bed? So you want to answer all of the frequently asked questions that they may have about, you know, that's going to impact the buying decisions. So you definitely want to do that. So that's number 9. You want to make sure that your website has that. And then also some of the other things that you can do to get people to buy now is add urgency. And, you know, urgency is, you know, putting countdown timers, you know, letting people know the clock is ticking, the clock is ticking. And maybe it's, you know, like, hey, buy now and save, you know, or buy now and get free shipping, limited time offer. It offer ends in 15 minutes. And in 15 minutes, you know, it goes away, right? Or people, you know, because people don't like to miss out. So you need to add some method of urgency. You know, it could be some type of deadline. Like, okay, if you buy now, you know, you'll get a sample of whatever, you know, like you may have a foundation sample or you may have a lipstick sample, something, right? Buy now and get our new, our brand new lipstick as a sample, you know, so you could be one of the first to try this new color, right? So you want to make sure you have something to add urgency to that sale, because all of these things really and truly impact the buying decision in a major way. It really does. So let's review what we talked about tonight that could help you fix your websites so that you can make sure that they're primed and ready for sales. So we talked about 10 things that you can do, right? 10 tactics and 10 strategies. And that was the promise at the top of the website, to be able to give you these 10 strategies. And first, it was a simple and a clear message. 2 is to add headlines and subtitles all throughout. 3 is to have an opt-in so you can definitely capture leads. 4 is to introduce yourself. Let people know who you are and what you're about. Get rid of those about me pages and pull that information up front, or make a long, super long about me page. Because I mean, we could talk about the about me pages. A lot of times the about me pages don't have enough content. For some of you, you know, really you want to talk about yourself. Like Miss Sonia, you know, you are selling rum cakes. On your website, your about me section should be all about how you grew up, the story of those rum cakes, and how it was a tradition in your family. You want to show pictures of you growing up, pictures of your mom, your grandma making rum cake, and just, you know, go through that history. You want to take people all the way through, and I mean deep, because, you know, that is huge. You know, creating your brand story says a lot. You know, and I mean, and that is a huge thing to add to your website. And what you want to do, though, on your homepage, you want to start the story and then put a link so that people can go to the About Me page. But you definitely want to start that story right up front so people can get an idea like, oh, wow, this recipe goes back like almost 100 years. You know, like these are the types of things that get people kind of excited because you know what? It's unique. It's different. You're not telling people that, oh, you know, I just, you know, created this yesterday. You're saying, you know what? This recipe right here has history. It goes back. It's authentic. It's real. And that's what people love that stuff. And guess what? People will pay more for that.
Right.
How about that? They pay more money when they know things are authentic and real and unique. Amazing. And you want to have testimonies because testimonies equal receipts. When you have testimonies on your website, that's like, you know, almost like a real print money formula because people love testimonies and reviews. Also, you want to make sure that you address your ideal customers' frustrations and problems, and then definitely provide your unique solution for it. And 8 is make an offer, ask for the sale for sure. And then, you know, when you add frequently asked questions, let me tell you what frequently asked questions really do. Frequently asked questions is just a method of overcoming objections. So when you create your frequently asked questions, think about all the reasons why people normally say no, right? And create your frequently asked questions in a way that overcomes every single objection. So for example, if Miss Sonia's cakes are $50 or $75, people might say, oh, why that's so high or whatever. And you want to say, you know, it is worth every bit of the price because this is an authentic home recipe that's been in our family for I don't know how many years and blah, 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 blah. And then, you know, and when people hear that, they're like, oh yeah, you know, because guess what? People spend $5,000 on them ugly Birkin bags. You guys have seen those, they are ugly. Those are not cute. They're not. They are ugly. And people spend thousands of dollars on that stupid, bulky, ugly bag, right?
Because it has a story.
And story name.
I don't know the story. You know the story? I don't know the story. I know it has a name, but I don't know the story. I don't know the brand story.
It is amazing. I mean, I won't use this time that you're doing to go tell the story, but you can actually dig it up. It's amazing.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
But I tell you this, people will spend money when they feel like things are unique.
Yes.
They're different. And look at what Winnie just said. I don't even know the brand, so I just think they're ugly bags and I wouldn't pay $5,000 for it. Even if I had the money for it, I wouldn't because I don't like it. Right. But you heard what Winnie said. Oh, it has a unique story. See what I was saying? And most of us have not even crafted our brand stories and put them on the website. We haven't. I think I'm guilty of that too, y'all. And, you know, so you want to make sure that you have your frequently asked questions so you can overcome a lot of those objections. And then you want to add urgency, right? Give them a reason to do it now. Have those countdown clocks, you know, give them a special offer, but it's limited, you know, let them know that there's not a lot left in stock. You know, you want to give them a lot of reasons why they need to buy now. And I mean, and you know, if Miss Sonia only creates her rum cakes at a certain time of the year, then, you know, guess what? You better start putting in your order now for Christmas, right? Because she's going to sell out for sure, right? So these are the types of things that you want to make sure that you have on your websites to really start getting people excited about coming to your site. And even though they may not have their credit card in their hands, by the time they leave, they're looking for their pocketbook. Where's my purse? Right? Where's my purse at? Right? That's what you want. And that's what you want. You know, and these tactics definitely work. So what I want to do is I actually want to show you a couple of examples of websites. You know, Les Brown, he is a speaker. Brendan Burchard is a speaker and coach. And Michael Port, he really teaches you how to book yourself solid. So he wrote a book and now he has like licensing and certification programs. So what I want to do is I want to stop screen share for a minute. And then I want to ask you, is this beneficial? Is this good for you guys? Are you enjoying this information?
Yes, I am.
Yes, I
Is
am.
that information for you?
Yes.
Does it make
Yes.
sense? Can you see how you can benefit from making these simple changes on your website? And you know, it's easy for you to come and, you know, sit on the webinar and look at it and think about it. But what I really would love for you to do is to execute on this stuff.
Mhm.
Really and truly, you know, just if it's just a few of the things, if you just did one thing, like, you know what, I'm going to go and I'm going to add testimonies to my website. Do that. You know, I'm going to go and I'm going to put my about me section on my website. Do that. If you say, you know, I'm going to go and I'm going to write my brand story. Do that. But what I want you to do for sure is walk away from this with at least one of the 10 things or 2 or 3 of the 10 things that you can do and implement it within the next 7 days. And you'll be surprised what happens, you know, to your business. So let me, 1 second. What I want to do is I want to go to Les Brown's website. Mamie Brown's baby boy, right? Everybody know Les Brown, right? So let's look at his website. You guys see it?
Mhm.
So you see it? You see the
Moving.
website? Yeah, it's so he has a video up here, right?
Yeah.
But you notice how this is above the fold, right? So look at what we have above the fold. He has, you have greatness, right? We all know, a lot of us who know Les Brown knows that that's one of his signatures, you know, quotes. You have greatness in you. You can almost hear Les Brown saying that, right? And then what did I talk about before? I said, you know, you need something that people can act on right away. So he has this countdown clock and he's saying, you know, a new training is going out on Monday. Here's how you can register. So you could click on that to register. And then right here, it's like, are you hungry to share your story? So let's see, if I click on this, then what's going to happen is it's going to take me over here. And this is how I can apply for his speaker training. And then I could probably watch his video, which I'm not going to do right now, that will, you know, pretty much probably will be a sales video that will show me how I can apply for the training and why I should apply for the training. But let's go back to his homepage. So you see he has, you know, like, he has his big money thing right here to the top right, which is book Les Brown, because a lot of people, you know, they're like, I want to get Les Brown to speak at my event. And you know what? This being his top right button is not odd to me because he probably makes the most money from speaking. So a lot of people will do that. They'll put their money maker on the top right because the thing that makes the most money is what they want people to see. So you see how you can, you know, get involved with him, but you see this is a bar that's kind of stable. So it's going to go throughout the website. It's going to scroll with you. So now he's showing you, he's giving you right here by showing you where he's been featured. Now what he's doing is giving you basically social proof, right? So he's saying, I've been on NBC, I've been in Success Magazine, I've been in Inc., the Washington Post, I've spoken for Toastmasters, right? And oh, do you want to learn the principles of living your dream? Enter your name and email. Yes, please. Okay. And remember what I said about Les Brown. Pull that about section right in the front and then put a link to learn more. And then when you go to the about section, then you can tell the longer story, right, of yourself. Okay, so let's go back here. And then you can see some of the clients that he's worked with. This is also social proof. This is like basically saying, hey, here are the people that I've worked with. I've worked with some amazing companies. So, you know, this is why you should hire me too, because I've worked with some of the best. And then he asked if you want to become mentored by Les Brown. So he has a 52-week training program about becoming a prodigy, and that's what he calls it. This is his monthly membership. So you can become a Les Brown prodigy for $20 a month and get his 52-week training program, okay? Then you can come down here and see some featured videos of Les Brown, and you can hear, you know, some of his trainings that he has. You could join the club. You can become a part of his podcast. One thing that he doesn't have here, which I'm really surprised, is he doesn't have a lot of testimonies, which is something that I definitely would add to this website. But it's great, right? You guys like this website?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's awesome, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I like it too. I think it's great. Now let's go to Brendan Burchard. Brendan Burchard is also like a speaker, a coach, and all of that stuff. Now look at his website. It's almost just like it. But you see what Brendan Burchard has done, right? He has this video here, but he has live, love, matter. That's his, you know, basic saying. You can see here that he's a speaker, but he's added social proof in his videos by showing you him with Oprah, with Larry King, circling that he's been a New York Times bestseller, interviewed by the late great Larry King. And as you can see, it's above the fold. It's all about the fold, right? So when I scroll down, here's his call to action for you to get access to his 4 breakthroughs. And he's giving you proof. Hey, join the 2 million subscribers, right? And get the 4 new strategies every week on how to become more productive, confident, and happy. Okay, and so here you see a little bit about himself, right? So he moved his about section to the front, and now he has some amazing testimonies from the late great Larry King and Oprah. He's showing himself on Success Magazine. He's showing his best-selling book. He's showing some of his best blog posts. He has his courses here on demand. So he has all of this stuff out front, but basically what's really cool is a lot of this stuff is scrollable. So you can scroll down and, you know, by the time you get to the bottom of the page, you're thinking about something that you can buy from Brendan Burchard. But if you notice, he probably has what he has in terms of his offerings. He probably has some of the more higher ticket items at the top. And then when you go down, it's the lower ticket items at the bottom. So, you know, take note of some of these types of things.
Does this look familiar?
What?
Can you see it on my photo?
What photo? Your photo, you want me to stop sharing?
If you look at, no, you can see me, right?
Right.
Yes, she has
Right
a
here.
planner.
Good.
Oh,
So
wait.
It is wonderful. I'm
Do you
telling
have
you.
the planner?
Yes. I don't know what I don't have from Bernard.
Yeah, he's really good. I can
Yeah.
see you. I had all of my pictures covered. But yeah, so you see how his
Wow,
website
that's
is.
great.
It's really awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's something that you can do as well. Also, here's Michael Port with, you know, Book Yourself Solid. He has created this awesome book, and now he turned the book into a coaching licensing and certification program. So he has a methodology for getting yourself book solid.
It works.
Yeah, and so basically you can participate in his coaching and certification program, and then once you become one of his coaches, you know, you really learn the method. You can teach the method, you can teach others the method. And so he has here the book, and he has an illustrated version of the book, and then his website is short and sweet and to the point. So do you guys have websites that you would like for us to look at today?
You can look at mine.
You can look at mine.
Okay, put it in the
Look
chat.
at mine.
Okay, Althea's Tropical Delights is in the chat. Okay, let's see.
That was a
if-
quick draw, Althea. Man, her fingers were fast on typing. Go, girl.
All right, so you guys say what you think when you see her website. What are some of your thoughts? Okay, she has a pop-up.
She says, never miss that. Out
Mhm.
tropical. It makes you hungry. It tells you to shop so you don't die with starvation. Shows you her cooking it up
I
before,
like that.
so you get to see that. And she tells you to subscribe. Very tempting, I'm telling you.
I
I
like
her
it.
she
Very nice.
crucifies people. Then
Very
the
nice.
background of the island, she gave a little bit of the island there if you saw, you know.
What's missing, guys? What's missing?
Testimonial.
A
What
picture
else?
and information about Althea.
Yes.
Right?
What's
The
about?
about is over here. So let's look at the about. All right, go ahead, Althea.
That's right. You get to see her, not from the top, all of her.
Yes, yes. Look at that. And see, like, look at this information.
Mhm.
This looks like you were
A
featured.
It looks like a video too.
Yeah, and I hear she was interviewed here.
Yes.
It's really nice. So wouldn't it be nice if we saw some of this on the homepage?
Yes, especially the video on the bottom.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you know, like it looks like you are really, really telling a story here.
Mhm, she does.
And I like it. I like it. You talking about your uniqueness of your cakes comes from the perfect fusion of wholesome tropical fruits and all natural ingredients baked from scratch.
Mhm.
I love it. I love it. But you know, like I said, I think that I would love to see that here
On the side
front
panel.
Those cakes.
on the front, you know, like I love this too, because this is almost like you're explaining a part of the story. So I like hearing about, you know, I want to hear the story. We want to hear about you. You know, you already made us hungry
Yes.
Right.
with the
Yeah,
cake.
they
So
know
my
that part.
stomach,
Oh, she is so
Yeah.
wicked.
so we need, but we need more. We need testimonies. We need to see other people eating the cake. We need to hear other people's reaction to the cake. We need to see your story. We need to see, you know, like your name is in the brand. Your name is in the name of the company, but we don't see you. We need to see you.
Okay.
We need some testimonies. Does that make sense, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so here's another one. Stoosh Retail. I know Stoosh, right? We know we know Stoosh. Stoosh is a word for people who are what? Stoosh, kind of prim and proper, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Stoosh. All right, Miss Stoosh. Loving You collection. All right. Be the first to know about our arrival. So she has her pop-up here. Nice. So you can shop. Nice. This is you, handbags, accessories. There you go, about Stoosh. We have Patrice's story here, 15-year veteran image consultation. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so what do we need here, right? What do we need more of?
Testimonials.
Testimonials. She has the thing about her sale item. You know, she says shop, but it would be nice to really have like you know, that one thing that everybody loves, because I know you have like some really nice pieces. I mean, I've seen some of them, but I know you have that one thing that everybody loves. And it would be great if you kind of featured that and just ask people to buy it, you know? So that would be good for you to add right up front. It would be great for you to have customer testimonies. You know, what's really cool is, and it would be great too if you gave more of your about story in here, more of your about the brand, why the name Stoosh, where did it come from, you know, what's so unique about that particular word. So here's the about Stoosh right here. So let's see. Oh, it just pulls you down more into this page. So I think that you could just say a little bit more about that more than just, you know, kind of your professional background. Like a lot of this stuff, you know, it's like, yes, degrees, this is why, you know, I am good at what I do because I have this background, this experience, but it's not really telling the brand story, you know? So I would, you know, do more of that. And you know how sometimes when you go to Amazon and you have different, you know, like different clothing and different things, what happens is you see pictures of people, real people wearing it. This looks like it's a Shopify store too. So I would like, you know, I would have real, well, you do look like you have real people as models, which is really good as well. But I also would have real customers wearing, you know, wearing the items, right? So this is you wearing one of your nice wrap dresses, but it would be good to have like down at the bottom, some of your other customers who purchased the item actually wearing it, you know, and those types of things really help a lot with clothes because people want to see what it looks like also on people with different sizes. So if I'm small, they want to see what it looks like. If I'm a plus size, they want to see what it looks like. So all of those types of things could really help you out as well. So does that make sense, guys? Is there anything else that you guys would like to see? Any comments?
I put my website in, Tony, for you to look at it. I don't know what happened.
Okay.
Something on the top line that like what you showed, a sense of urgency, but I think she did. Doesn't she have an urgent? I think she has a sense of urgency on somewhere there.
Yeah.
I don't know why this is not coming up. It says privately, Richard Jones. I don't know what that is. And I wrote it in.
That's okay. I'm going to put it in, Vera. Hold on one second. Let's go to Bevo's Kitchen. All right. All right.
Nice.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
All of your products and all of your services right there. What people are saying. She has some testimony. She has her social network, so she has all of her stuff there. So what do you guys think? What could she do?
Her story, where is she?
Yep, I'm about to click on her about page right now. And there she is.
Okay.
There she is on the about page. Yes, there she is. Now, wouldn't we like to see some of this on the front? Yeah, I think that you could have some of this. You don't have to put all of it, but you could put some of it on the front. Oh, St. Lucia. Yeah, that's one of the places that I want to go. That's on my list. So yeah, I would love to see this on the home page, right? And this is pretty cool that you have meal prep too. That's nice. So you do that as well. That's awesome. All right. But I would love to see more of, you know, like more of this on, you know, more of you, right? And do you have this in stores?
Not as yet. I am still working towards that. I do a lot of it at the markets, but I do not have many store contacts as yet.
Okay, well, you know, one of the things that you should do is look into Whole Foods. Whole Foods usually has a day where they allow people like yourself that have, like, just like, the homemade jams, the homemade granola and all of that stuff, and you already have it packaged really nicely. But they usually have a day when they allow people to come and pitch their items to come into their Whole Food store. So you should definitely reach out to them. And, you should also follow, like, I think it's Master P. I think he has master classes on it. And then I think this other girl, Slutty Vegan, she is starting to get her stuff packaged and into stores, because you already have a lot of your stuff packaged. I think you could probably, I know you could get picked up at least in Whole Foods,
Yep.
and
I was trying to go through them before the pandemic. I was in the process of opening conversation with them. But then the pandemic came and everything pretty much went downdrain.
Well,
So
I
it's
think
like
that
part
this is probably a good time to revisit that. Because what would be great is, like, when people come here and they see how you have your packaged goods here. I love the packaging. What would be great is at a certain point you can say available in Whole Foods. You know what I mean? So you just need to have, like, you just need one door to open.
Right.
And I would work on opening that one door, and just really everything can open up from there. You could think about some of the other places too, maybe like Trader Joe's, maybe one of them, but think about it. But we need to see you and more of your story. And I mean, and this is what people are saying, but it would be great if you can have names and faces with these testimonies, which would be really good.
Okay.
So those are some of the things that I would suggest that you do to your website. So Vera Moore, you want to say, is it Vera Moore Cosmetics? Let's see. Is that what it is?
Yes, Vera Moore Cosmetics.
.com?
Mm-hmm.
All right, awesome. All right.
Okay, now, Tony, I know we talked about, I just haven't gotten to it. I know we talked about the sales page, the landing page. And we are changing that bar, because you were telling me, let's say awards or about Vera.
Yes, because I think that, like, because your name is the name of the brand, I just really believe that there's nothing wrong. Like, when I come to this page, I would love to see your face, like, really right there up big, and your story.
All right, so let me ask you while we're doing this. Okay, if you go back, and I'm revising that because I've got to bring that up to date. Let's go to awards. No, media. I'm sorry, media. Now, what you're saying, I'm asking. This is a question. I'm asking, what you're saying is this should be Vera Moore with a story, and then link this page somewhere else. Is that what you're telling me?
Right. So what I'm saying is that it's more like this. More like, your most, current picture. Like when I think about, Vera Moore Cosmetics, when I come here, I will want to see, Vera Moore and hear your brand story.
So the story would be there. Okay.
Yeah, so see how you have, like, your about Vera Moore, and just, you don't have to say a lot in the beginning, because you can link it, but then I would have the products underneath that. Right? So a lot of the information, a lot of the products that you have, like right at when you first, like log in, like a lot of these.
Over to you see they're itemized because there's so many products. I have different sections for them.
So what is the best seller though? Well, what about this signature collection right here? I mean, to me, it's like, no, I'm not skipping you. I'm not skipping anybody. You was before Vera. Vera had been trying to.
Okay, but that's okay. I got it. No, Tony, listen. I got what you want me to do. Take her. It's okay. Go.
No. It's like, you definitely do your picture and your this should be the main page with your picture on it. Is this your best seller? Is this your, like, or bestseller, or the thing that can make you?
this was a promotion that I did when I did the television show with the guy from Shark Tank. This is why that's there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I put that up because we did a infomercial.
Nice.
Yeah,
But
oh
where's
yeah,
the
I
pictures
did it.
to that?
Well, you know what? See, what happened is I put it in my PR. Like if people call me, it was part of the press release. I didn't put it all up here because it's just too much. This is part of my press. We did this with Kevin from As Seen on TV, and that's why we promoted that.
Oh my God. I'm
So you
telling
didn't know
you.
that?
Mm-mm.
Well, see, now you know that.
See, but that,
go to media. Go to media for a second. It might be there. Go all the way down.
Yeah.
Go all the way down. Down. Oh, it's not there. Okay. All right. So that's something else. All right. Got too much stuff.
it's not
right
this?
at the top. See,
Right.
Tony, you see that?
So
Yeah.
be on the page with the signature product.
Yeah.
That should be on the homepage and that
Yeah.
whole story, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Should be right there on the homepage.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So in other words, okay. So we have the picture, my story, and then we'll link to all this stuff.
Yep.
We don't need all
And
this
then
stuff.
and put the signature product on the homepage and ask people to buy that.
Well, that is going to be the pressed powder and the foundation.
Okay.
That was, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I know I've got this. I've got the stuff. It just has to be positioned, changed.
Okay.
The
All
place.
right.
And the
So
testimonials are there. The testimonials are there.
Yep, I saw them.
Mhm.
So we're gonna do one more.
Thank you.
Poshmark. All right. And so now you know you have a shop on Poshmark, right, Miss Jones? And you know, here's the thing about Poshmark. You know, people come here with buying intent. So it's great to list your items on Poshmark, right? I don't have a problem with that because when people come, they come with the intent to buy. But at the end of the day, I mean, you know, it's not really telling. Like what I would do is, and here's the thing, right? You are selling on a website. Selling on Poshmark is almost like selling on Etsy or selling on Amazon or selling on eBay and things like that. So that's great. And because it already has its own brand. Everybody knows about Poshmark already, right? Everybody knows that they can go there and get, you know, name brand items and things, you know, at a discount and stuff. And everybody knows that you can sell some of your items that you may have that's maybe gently used, you only wore it one time, you can sell it on Poshmark. But what I would do, because when you have a website that has somebody else's name and all of that stuff, so like this is really your closet that you're promoting. You don't own this, and you know, even though like this is all of your stuff, it's really more still branding Poshmark more than it's branding yourself. And you're very limited with regards to what you can do here because you can only show what you list, right? So what I would do is I would build a page on top of this website. So I would get, you know, my own URL. And what I would do is I would, you know, it doesn't even have to be fancy. It could just be one page, but I would get my own URL that really told my story about my closet and why my closet is different, you know, and all of this and all of that. And I wouldn't feature everything. I would feature, you know, those unique things that you probably couldn't find anywhere else, you know. So that's what I would do. And I would highlight those items. I would tell my story, and then I would send people to Poshmark. But I wouldn't do that, you know, like I wouldn't do that like as the first thing that I would do because you're really branding them and you're not really branding yourself. So that's my advice for that website. Okay.
But it's pretty items though. She has
it's really nice stuff. But it's still under the Poshmark.
She's talking, but she's coming in very, very light.
Very low. Yeah, speak, try to get closer to the mic. Miss Jones.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. my issue is I want to be able to transition or somehow to get my, say, 300,000 followers from here to now be able to come out of Poshmark and go to my Shopify to where I can have more flexibility. That's what I want to do. I want to be able to take these followers and funnel them to my Shopify.
Now, let me ask you a question though. Now, when people follow you here, is there any way you can find out who they are? Is there any way that you can hire somebody to maybe like, build you a list of all of these people? Because there might be ways of doing it. I don't know. I'm clicking on it.
I have no connection to them besides through the emails of the people who have purchased from me.
Okay, so you don't have any connection to a lot of these people, but what you could probably do is
but
you
I can reach out to them because we communicate a lot. Like I can go to their About Me page like mine and I can say, hey, I just started a Shopify, come check it out. Or I can put a link up there, but it's really, that's my issue. There's really no way to transition them.
So here's the thing. So like, okay, so these are your followers right here. So if you go to this person's page, is there a way that you can get their email address? So, like see how
because that is, I can get kicked off of Poshmark for kind of pulling them off of here.
Wow.
For that kind of conversation. I can put it in a link to where they can go there, but I couldn't really say like, come here, because then I could possibly get kicked off.
Okay, so, but what I'm saying is this, right? Okay, let's go back. I'm saying that like for this person here, say they have a Facebook page, right? And say in their Facebook page, you see how sometimes people will have, sometimes people will put their email address and information in their Facebook page. So sometimes you can get somebody to build you an email list from your followers. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like you go to their other websites, but this person don't have their email address. But some people do have their email address in their About Me section on Facebook. This is Poshmark.
Yeah,
that's weird.
That's still Poshmark they're following on there.
Yeah, so that's weird because sometimes you can, like if people have their other social media platforms linked here, or like they have an eBay store here, sometimes you can
I want to know how on the Shopify can I put a link on the Shopify?
I don't think so. I think that the only thing that you'll be able to do is you'll be able to maybe have somebody like go a little bit deeper with them and see if they can find their email address somewhere, And sometimes you can go on their website, sometimes you can go on their Facebook page and you can get their email address and you can begin to build a list of your followers that way. And I've heard people do that before. So they just do a little bit more research on their followers and they find their email addresses either by going to their websites or going to their Facebook pages. So this doesn't link up to your Facebook page. This is all just Poshmark.
I can share on my Facebook page, but I can put it up in a link.
But you can't find out their Facebook pages or anything like that?
Only if they put it or if they're in, because we have like different groups and communities on Facebook that I can say it on there. Oh, I opened up a Shopify, but that wouldn't be to my personal, say 300,000 followers. That would just be to whomever is on Facebook.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question here? Because I noticed when you click on it, it looks like people who are doing the same thing she is doing. They don't look like her customers. But
no, that's what it is, because Poshmark allows you to put listings, right? So yeah, so it's
because
just
I'm
listing.
saying, but I'm thinking that if she had people buying for her stuff, part of her checkout should be their email address. So I think her focus need to be capturing all the email address of buyers, because now they are her customers now, right? That's who I would target, not
But
necessarily.
she wants to target her followers. She wants to, I mean, I personally believe that there are ways that you can, pull their information out, but you're gonna have to maybe ask somebody to build that for you,
Hey, thank you.
Yeah. Yep. But it just takes a little bit more research.
I think
But
we
that's
skip.
it.
I think we skipped one.
Did
Renee's
we skip
hair.
one?
Renee's
Renee's
hair
Hair
design
Design?
NYC.com.
Oh, okay. Let's go to Renee's Hair Design.
NYC.com.
Yeah, it should pop up. Renee's Hair Designs. Right here. All right, and so Renee, she knows what I've told her about her website. Definitely we need more information about you, more information about your, clients. Like she has some gallery pictures here of some of her clients and stuff, right? She has some of them there, but we want to have more of the about you and more of the information about your customers and your clients here. So I would pull some of that information kind of like just up front so that, people can really understand. Everybody gets that, yep, this is about hair, but I think that these are more lifestyle photos than photos of your real customers. And, but I think this is a great incentive for you to have people join your mailing list. That's for sure. But I still think people need to see your face. They need to see your customers. And I mean, and, also too, one of the things that I've noticed lately with young people is that they find their hairdressers on Instagram.
Well, I don't want to cater to the young people. I want to cater more to the older women because that's who is calling me a lot. Women with thinning hair problems, women who are losing their hair for chemo.
Well, see, then guess what?
That should
You
be
need
right
to
up front.
revamp your website to say all of that.
Yeah.
You need to revamp it. Yep, and speak directly. As a matter of fact, and you should have your freebie, because she created an ebook called 7 Frequently Asked Questions to Grow in Healthy Hair.
Wow.
And that should be right up front on your website, So yeah, you need to revamp this one.
I could see her collaborating with Vera Moore Cosmetics if they're going to go.
Yes, and
aging.
I did talk to Vera Moore when we was doing, the other thing when we went into the rooms, Tony.
Oh, with the boot camp, and y'all went in a one-on-one chat.
Yes.
Nice, nice. Yeah.
Well, I have to say, forgive me, I'm always honest. I don't remember, but
well, that's okay.
No, it's okay. But perhaps we can reconnect.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah, because a link from her website could go on yours and vice versa, in a column that says our collaborators, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Something like that.
Awesome. All right, so it's 8:38 right now, and we finished another very successful workshop, I definitely believe. And I appreciate each and every one of you, and I'm going to turn it back over to Brian to say the last words.
Thank you, Tony. Great job. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. And thank you for all your questions. Have a great night, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you,
so much, Tony.
Brian.